So for strength hypertrophy, make sure you're crushing it, you're going heavy, but that's for another day. So today we're going to do some nice short conditioning. I love these 10, 15, 20-minute conditioning sessions with kettlebells because they can get really creative. You can do a lot of fun with them. They can be challenging. You can go relatively light. You don't need a whole line of kettlebells. And it's going to allow you to try a lot of different things and really test your range of motion, test your movement patterns through a wide variety of ranges, or you can keep it very simple. So today's is going to be very simple. It's only going to be, let me see, 4 exercises, but we're going to do them in a format where it's 30 on, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We'll rest after one round, do it again, and then another series of exercises. So we'll hit a lot of movement patterns here, and it's going to be very, very simple. So I like doing these because I want to be able to, offer some more value and kind of the things that I do on my social media. I want to push that over here so that way you can really go a little bit deeper on here and help you out. So we'll go through these. I'll save this on here, and then I'll start doing a compilation is the word of these on here. And also just as a way to kind of, I don't like to add too much to the programs, but just to add some variety. So like specifically, like if you're on elements, it's 3 days a week. Doing one of these types of programs or one of these types of workouts on your off days, if you want to add a little bit of conditioning. And then just be able to kind of go deeper on the different programs and upcoming programs and courses as well. So let's go through it and we'll have some fun. So we'll start off with just a few different movements to warm things up, and then we'll go into the exercises. So the movements we're going to go to for a warm up, we're going to start off with a forward reach and pull. Oh yeah, my timer's right here. Perfect. So we're just going to go for 30 seconds. We'll go through this part 3 times. This might actually be a blank screen as far as I can tell on there, so I apologize. I'm going to get some black marker so you can actually see that. All right, so stand up nice and tall. I want you to reach forward and rotate your hands in, pull yourself back and rotate your hands back. So as you reach forward, you're feeling that stretch through your upper back. As you pull back, you're feeling that tension through your lats and through your upper back. And we're getting that nice rotation through the shoulders, through the wrists, through the elbows. Feel those lats just tighten up, squeeze, stand up nice and tall. And from here, we're going to go into full body rotation. So I want you to rotate, let your arms just kind of swing, tap your chest, tap your back, pivot each time, and try to get a little bit more rotation each time. So I love these dynamic kind of mobility exercises as a way to not only create the mobility, loosen things up, but also as a way to just kind of take inventory and see how you feel. You can go deeper on this stuff, doing joint mobility, FRC style, but even just going through these 4 or 5 different motions is going to be very beneficial. So we're going to step back with our right leg and then reach up and over with the left, and then step back with the left leg, reach up and over with the right. So it's not a lunge, it's just a step back and reach. And Aaron, if you ever watch this, I got this one from you and I love this one. I use it typically every day when I'm making my coffee. Oh, back and forth. We're going to go into a wide stance windmill next. So take that step back and being intentional with these movements too, so we're not just rushing through them. And they're not stretching. I'm not trying to stretch. All right, wide stance. I'm going to touch the ground with my right hand and reach up, trying to keep my arm completely straight, stacked above the other. Up left, arms out to the side, like an airplane, back and forth. So we're getting rotation through the torso, rotation through the upper back. We're getting a little mobility through the shoulders, and we're getting some hip mobility as well. And I can definitely feel this through the adductors, the inner thighs. Back and forth. Oh, I like this one a lot. Do this one all day. And go and stand up. I want you to create as much tension as you possibly can and then shake. So we're going to kind of alternate 3 seconds of tension. So ground yourself, squeeze, create as much tension as you can. 3, 2, 1, shake, 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 just for a few seconds. And back to tension, squeeze. Breathe through that tension, shake. Back and forth, squeeze. Oh, back and forth. And as you're squeezing, again, just take inventory. See how everything is feeling. Does anything feel extra tight? Obviously, if you're tense, it should feel tight. But I want to just go back and forth between this tension and relaxation. These are great for learning how to breathe through tension. So that's only like 2.5 minutes. And I really dig that one. So those simple exercises get your heart rate up, get you a little sweaty. All right, so I think I created this timer to work perfectly. We will see, because I'm a little concerned. It was kind of in depth. It was doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off for 4 exercises. We're gonna take a minute break. We're gonna do that again, same exercises. Then we're gonna take another minute break. Then we're gonna do new exercises and go through it. So I'm using light enough that I can kind of walk you through the exercises as we're doing this. So if you're following along at a future time, then you will be able to get it. All right, interval timer. Where you be? All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. I don't want this timer. I want to change timer. This might be a commercial for this timer. If not, it won't be. Let's see. Nope. All right, do it on my phone. Set it up on here. We'll do it on here. All right, so we're gonna start this party off. We're gonna start off with an assisted clean. So this is, like I said in the beginning, or as I said, kind of prefacing this workout, it's gonna be beginner, intermediate. The first set I'll make it very beginner, and then I can kind of add things onto it as we go. All right, so we're gonna start off with an assisted clean. So left hand on the bell. I'm going to clean it up, use this other hand to support, control on the way down. So the beauty with this other hand, this assisted clean, is that I can always speed it up. I can use less of the hand, or I can use the hand the entire time on the up and on the down. So we're starting left hand, assisted clean. And from here, we're gonna take a 15-second break. And time. Shake it off. Ooh, my timer's working. I think I did it. I think I did it. We're gonna go into a shoulder opener next. So same arm, rack it up. And we're gonna lift up the elbow, and we're gonna pull back and around, and then forward. Pull back and around, and then forward. So we'll do it at a different angle on the next one, so you can kind of see it there. Oh, man. So pulling that elbow back and behind me. So I'm really focusing on that shoulder mobility. And then I'm kicking that hip out, trying to get that rotation through the torso. Back and forth, down. 15 seconds. Let's do dead start clean on the other side. So I'll give you a nice 45-degree angle so you can see it in action. All right, ready? Hands on the bell right between your heels, stay down nice and low. Use that other hand for support, right back down. Use that other hand for support, right back down. And down, and down. So I can speed this up, make it even more conditioning focused, but even just doing a few reps through that 30 seconds is going to be relatively challenging. So butt down nice and low, shoulders up high, abs tight, and down. Let's see. Dude, heart rate's already up. This is what I freaking love about kettlebells. This just gets your heart. It's so phenomenal for conditioning purposes. Ooh, and traction. Got a little crack there. All right, so for this one, elbow up, rotate. So if you don't have that range of motion, all I want you to do is just lift the elbow up and come right to your side. So it's almost like a modified lateral raise. But if that feels good, go a little bit further. Try to kick that hip out like we're about to do a bench press. Whew. A few more seconds. 35-pound bell is already challenging me. And time. Oh, almost there. Oh, I don't think I did that right. It's supposed to be a little time. We're gonna go right back to dead start clean. Ready? Oh, I did it right. 1 minute rest. All right. This timer is so funny. All right, so that's perfect because that heart rate was about 140 at that point. So I'm trying not to go too high. So I don't want to make this intervals where I'm at like, high RPMs the entire time. I don't want to be at like 80, 90% of my heart rate max. I want to be in that kind of 30 to 50% range, or more like 50 to 60% range. And what I like about this type of stuff is that I can always scale it back. I can always go lighter. I can always ramp things up and go significantly heavier and make it a true strength and conditioning. But I really want to put an emphasis on the fact that I want you to get stronger. There's a reason this page is called Strength by Marcus. All right. One more time through that. Dead start cleans. So now, if you feel comfortable, you can take that other hand out of the equation and just perform that clean, making sure that bell rotates around the forearm, shoulders engaged, standing up nice and tall, pushing through the ground. So the reason I want to think push through the ground is so that I can incorporate more quads, more glutes, and less lower back. If I'm just focused on pulling, like hinging and pulling off the ground, it's a lot of lower back. All right. Get your heart rate up, man. I love it. All right. Right back and forward. Back and forward in these shoulder openers. So kicking that hip out. And when you're getting that rotation, still maintain that tension through your abs, through your anterior core, front side. Because this is going to put a lot of tension on your obliques, your QL, your lower back. Oh, but it's like a loaded stretch. This is probably one of my favorite movements just for loosening things up and getting stronger. All right, other side, dead start clean. And I like this combination. And you'll notice, if you follow my programs, I do a lot of supersets like this where there's some variation of a clean or a pull and some variation of a press or a static position that challenges the opposing antagonistic musculature. So that allows you to really push the weight. So if I did a pull and a pull or a press and a press, the chances of being able to go heavy enough are going to be slim to nil. Oh, and again, I like those because you could just get things going, get things firing. Oh, so hopefully you're still with me. If not, you're just watching, eating a burrito. I don't know. Pull that elbow back, kick that hip back, and right back. Pull that elbow back, rotate, and right back. Pull those shoulders back. Try to rotate as much as you can within reason while still keeping that core engaged. And time. Oh my goodness. So again, heart rate's up there. Phenomenal. I love morning cardio. I know it's very bro sciencey to have like, oh, I do my cardio in the morning because I want to lose fat faster. And you know, the reality is you're not going to lose enough of a significance of fat percentage-wise compared to in a fed state, as long as you have given enough time for your food to digest. But if you're like me, and it's not just about fat loss, it's also about mental health, it's all about feeling good, then I love nothing more than waking up. It's either go for a walk or come into the garage, do a workout, or even go to the gym and do some high incline walking with some sauna. So the combination of those things every morning is just like, it's like, what's the opposite of kryptonite? Orange kryptonite? I think I got that from some kids movie. Anyway, so the next one we're gonna do a clean to catch and then into a reverse lunge. So I'm gonna clean with my left hand. We'll keep it dead start for the first set. I'm gonna catch the bell portion in my right hand. The same leg is gonna come back, okay? So left hand on the bell. Walk you through the first one. I'm going to clean to catch. I said left leg, I said the same leg. Gosh darn it, Marcus. And down. Clean to catch. So this first set I'm gonna do dead start. The second set I'll do an actual kind of clean so you can see that one. And then down. Right, down, and then down. Ah, I like this one because, and I'll explain in a second. Oh, down. So we're gonna stay in that same position. We're just getting onto the knee. We're gonna keep the bell at the hand, and we're gonna do a 2-hand assisted press. Whew. So clean it right back up to that clean to catch. So I'm pressing to my right side, coming right back down. And this is going, because I'm using my other hand, you might not be able to go that full range of motion. That's okay. You can also keep it right in front of you and just press overhead. So make sure you have a strong enough grip on it. But I like this one because we're getting pressing. We're building that range of motion through the shoulders. It's a very safe position. Now, the only thing is, if you do keep your hands close together and stay vertical, it makes it a little bit tougher to, because you have a narrower position at the top, but you can always, like I said, push it out to the side. All right, head start clean. And then come back that same leg. Dead start clean to catch, back in the same leg, right back up. So I'm still driving through the ground. Making a mental note, Marcus, remind me why we're doing clean to catch. You got it, Marcus. I'll talk about it during the rest. Making sure you're not just going through the motions. That is the worst thing you can do, is just mindlessly mindlessly go through the motions on this. I want you to be intentional as you do this, y'all. All right, it's at 158, man. That's pretty good conditioning too, so. All right, get a position and press right back down. Press right back down. Press right back down. So you'll know you picked the right weight if 30 seconds feels like pretty good. Like you could definitely go more. I could go way longer with this weight. Not necessarily talking, but I could probably use a weight or two up from this. But for these first few, as I start to add to this series, just start light. Oh, all right. When you start light though, that'll give you some kind of a runway to work off of. And remember, these are not your strength exercises, your strength workouts. This is your conditioning workout that we are incorporating these light loads. But the reason for the clean to catch, and I talk about this a lot on social media, and if you're following the Elements program, is what I really try to incorporate there, where the focus was to try to alleviate as much rack position work as possible. So you're not going to avoid the rack position, but I found over the years, I mean, I started kettlebells 2005. I started teaching classes 2007, 8, 2008, 2009. And, in the beginning, I'm like, oh, get tougher, get tougher. And then I was like, well, why? So then I turned into, well, you can use a wristband as long as your form is good. And then I turned into, well, why am I doing everything racked? I mean, after swing or cleans and snatches and presses and windmills and get-ups and just a lot of tension. I don't care how tough you are. You're not going to build a callus on your forearm. So that's why I like to incorporate clean to catch and different positions like that, so that you can kind of switch things up, focus on grip. All right, ready. Other side. So now I'm going to do the clean with the catch. So if you are a beginner, go right back to that dead start. If you're more advanced, you're also going to lunge back with the same arm that you catch it, regardless of what my legs want to do. My legs have just got a mind of their own today. Clean, catch, pull it back, and again. Clean, catch, pull it back, and again. And down. Oh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's just a really fun, there's lots of different directions you can go with that. Get a rotation, you can add in, some wide stance, frontal plane type stuff. Combine it. Lots to do. Go to that full range of motion. Stand nice and tall, get that arm locked out at the top and right back down. Locked out at the top, right back down. And back down. Oh. Remember, if you can't go full range of motion, even if you just do a partial range of motion, that's fine. Even if you just hold that weight, that's fine as well. Oh. Hearts up there, yo. 30-15 ain't no joke. This is one of my favorite timed rep ranges. All right, ready. I had nothing else to add to that. So, and of course, you can switch which leg you lunge back on and which direction you lunge. You can lunge forward, you lunge backwards, which is why we're going to add a lot of these. And right back down. Hike, pull, get that. Try to turn it into one simple transition. Don't forget that tension. Vitally important that you keep that tension. We got one more press and then we're good. And that's, 15 minutes. God, oh, love it. All right, press. Control, you can add some speed here, but maintain control. Use as little of the hand that you're holding the handle with. So it's more like 70-30, but play around with that. So it could just be 50-50 both hands until you feel real comfortable with this position. Almost there. And yo, man, that's fun. God, that's fun. Again, this is not supposed to crush you. This is not supposed to make you feel like, oh God, I can't do anymore. I used the max weight I could. It's literally about adding some fun, some variety to your conditioning workouts. If you like to run, like to bike, like to do a bunch of different things like that, awesome. Just add this into the repertoire because these intervals, they're going to get your heart rate up. You're not going to need a lot of weight. Phenomenal for building conditioning, resilience, body awareness, proper mechanics of other kettlebell exercises. A way to add in more variety than you would, but not so much variety where it's like flow, which don't worry, we're going to get there. We're going to go there as well. But it's just a great way to get your body moving, get your mind set up, and just feel phenomenal. Like that's what this is all about. I want to help you become the best version of yourself with or without kettlebells, and ultimately just be a happier, healthier person ready to take on adventures. I love it. Let's talk about this with my designer and editor for a bunch of videos. We're just talking about like, what is it that you like to do? What is the thing that you really like incorporates my training, like my philosophy on training? And it's basically be ready for anything. And you can take it to like this kind of tactical, be ready to, survive, and, it's harder, the stronger, harder to kill, and that kind of mentality. And there's some truth to that. And there's definitely that aspect of it that I think about, especially with 4 kids and 2 more on the way. But I really love the idea of just being ready for anything, being ready for an adventure. Take my kids on a hike, go jump into a lake, go, run through a river, go play some pickleball. And for you pickleball haters, I got some fun stuff coming for you. But you pickleball lovers, I got some really fun stuff coming for you. Be able to go to the gym, be able to go try different types of workouts, be able to go play different sports, be able to, just move my body in all ranges of motion, freedom at every angle, strength at every angle, as my good friend Venus and I always talk about. But being able to do those type of things, and at the end of the day, making sure that I'm enjoying my training. So yes, there's an aesthetic component to it. I want to help you get stronger. I want to help you put more muscle on or lose body fat. But ultimately, I want you, after you go through my programs or go through these types of workouts, I want you to be like, damn, Marcus, I feel good. That is my absolute favorite testimonial that I get from people is I feel better after the workouts. And not just like feel better because I did the workout and I moved my body, but specifically with the exercises that I put together for you or the format that I put together for you, that you actually feel amazing after your workouts. You feel better than when you started. And ultimately, cumulatively, after you go through these types of workouts, you just are a better mover. You're in less pain. You feel stronger through these different positions. You can, and it enhances your life. Ultimately, I want this to enhance your life. So that's all I got. Hopefully this is helpful for you and for you in the future, that you're able to, utilize this. And, as I start doing more of these, that you get more value from these. And then I want to engage with you more on here. So yeah, if you have any questions, at all, let me know. And make sure to check out the Kettlebell Mastery Series, the workshop that is coming up the 28th and 29th. It'll be a virtual one as well. We're going to go through a lot of movements, a lot of stuff, progressions, regressions, things that are going to help you become a better kettlebell user. So thank you so much for joining in. And if you watch this in the future, just leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite exercise was. If you did it, if you didn't, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.